forgiveness. Who are McMaster alumni? From coast to coast in every corner of the world, we work, lead, contribute, and volunteer in all industries and fields of work. We take our community spirit with us, our creativity and technical strengths, along with our unique problem-solving skills, to make a difference for others, collaborating and innovating to take on the big questions facing the world. We make an impact. McMaster University's alumni community is one of the foundations of our success. Alumni achievements, leadership, and service shape not only the university, but also the communities, industries, and causes they support around the world.
Get involved. So get involved either at McMaster or in community. Understand what you're passionate about. Follow those passions. I know sometimes that sounds cliche, but it often works. Start to build that network through that involvement. So as I get involved, that means starting to build that network. Again, I was very fortunate to be given many opportunities in that initial 10 years with the city of Hamilton. Ended up working twice or two different times for the city of Hamilton for a little over 20 years in total. But my point being is that there were mentors along the way. So when you get involved, you meet some great individuals who will mentor if you're willing to open yourself up for that. But my key message is get involved.
Well, I think the first thing is that they chose a really good area, because nursing is a wonderful profession, not just because it gives you the opportunity to work with people and help people, but it also is a springboard to all kinds of other professions. You can never go wrong, I don't think, with the knowledge that you acquired while you were in nursing. So I would really encourage them to enjoy their excellent choice, but also to think out of the box in terms of how they might use this education in a wide variety of things.
The best way to seek out opportunity and take advantage of those things that are in front of you is kind of, don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to take some risks. And most importantly, I think, use your network of McMaster alumni, use your network and talk to people. Talk to them about what they're doing what they've done in their career, what's happening in their industry, things that they've learned, mistakes that they've made. But go out and talk to people. I actually found that to be one of the most, for me personally, difficult, because I am an introvert. But at a point in time when I was out working for a little while, I spoke to a colleague, actually a gentleman that had actually hired me, and he says, the best thing you can do is build your network and go out and talk to people. Talk to them about what's happening in the industry, about their experiences. And it's really hard to do initially, but you'll find that once you start, it will actually flow, and they'll introduce you to other people that you probably would be interested in talking to. And that's actually how I entered the industry that I'm in right now, is just through that process, just getting out and talking to people. So I think it's really important.
It's Nelson Mandela's quote, "Make your choices reflect your dreams, not your fears." And that's one of those truths that, the longer you live, the louder that saying is for me. Fear is loud and it's persuasive, and it shows up disguised as logic and practicality and all these other things, whispering like, play it safe, and you can't afford to fail, or what if it doesn't work? And before you know it, you're just living a life that you didn't really intend to live, a life of regret instead of chasing possibilities. And your dreams really need your attention. They ask you to take the risk and make the leap. And I think if your choices throughout aren't really aligned with your dreams, your visions that you want to manifest, then you're just managing your fears. You're not really living your life.
I think the most important thing to remember is to have empathy for others, because empathy encourages us to be kind. It encourages us to be inclusive. It encourages us to be compassionate and non-judgmental. And if we have those core values and we carry them with us every single day, I think we can work towards peace in the world. if we all remember to have empathy.
Look, if you've had the privilege of being about to or having crossed the convocation stage, really take the time to look at what got you there. You've already won by getting to this moment, but now it's about what you do next. And there's a difference between confidently striding across that stage, knowing that you said yes to everything you possibly could. And there's a difference between just getting by. And this is another thing on the list. And I would encourage all of you, because I've done convocations that fit into both categories. I would encourage all of you to think back to what would have made you more confident or what put that pep in your step. And for me, it's usually been that I can look myself in the mirror and say, I said yes to everything that this opportunity offered me. I gave 110%, maybe not every day, maybe not every hour, but to the experience, I gave myself over to it. And I think that's where post-secondaries and institutions are really impactful, but that's where life is really impactful as well. So I encourage you, if maybe you said a half-hearted yes, or maybe you said a full-bore yes, to continue that analysis and continue that energy into your next steps, because you won't regret it for sure.
Today we welcome the newest members to this vibrant alumni community that stretches across the globe. Like every class before them, they will look to build their future with ambition and optimism, and at times, some apprehension. The class of 2025 student experience was one that was touched by the global pandemic and armed students with opportunities to learn adaptability and build resilience as they adjusted to those unique set of challenges. Let's hear from some of this year's graduates as they reflect on their time at McMaster.
I want to say thank you to my mom and dad. Thank you, Mama and Tata, for everything that you did for me these last 4 years. I'm so grateful for you supporting me, and I wouldn't have been able to graduate without you guys. I also want to say thank you to my friends and my partner for supporting me through everything. It's been hard and long, but you guys were there for me in really tough times, and I wouldn't have been able to make it without you guys.
To my loved ones, my parents, my sister, my boyfriend, my nonni, and my other family and friends. Thank you so much for supporting me through the ups and downs of university. Your love and encouragement have inspired me to be the person that I am today, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And I know that all of the skills and everything that I've learned here throughout my time at university will carry me beyond my time at McMaster, and I'm very thankful and grateful to see what comes next. So I have lots of very special and memorable memories from my time at McMaster. I've been very involved with my faculty for the Social Sciences Society, so I have some great memories there. I was actually the lead role in the musical for the first ever Social Sciences musical, so that was also really fun.
My favorite memory at Mac was MacFest. Graduating out of COVID, we didn't get to have our graduation. It was incredibly awesome to see our entire Mac community come together for MacFest at the end of the semester, especially 2 years out of COVID. That memory really solidified the community that I found at Mac, and I really credit my parents for that.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my mother. The mother who was there for me even when I couldn't fully be there for myself. The mother who was there for me the nights I was cramming for an anatomy midterm the next day, who would deliver chai to my room because she knew I wanted that even when I didn't tell her. She could read my mind even when I couldn't read my own. I want to give a shout out to the mother who's been there for me these past 4 years of university and who continues to be there for me throughout every single moment of my life. I love you, Mom. Thank you so much for being the person I give a shout out to today. And if there is a favorite memory that I have from these past 4 years, it's my memory in the mundane moments of these past 4 years. Because sometimes it's those mundane moments that make the most special memories. And I think that mundane moment that comes to my mind right now has been those moments right before an exam, when everyone is cramming in IWC, stressing out about their midterm, about their exam that they have. And there's so many different emotions in that room. But at the core of each and every single one of those emotions is community. It's when we all come together with from so many different programs, from so many different backgrounds, from so many different emotions, and we all come there for that one shared purpose. And that one shared purpose is to learn. It's sometimes just to pass, but it's also to just come together and just to celebrate those small wins of our lives, such as having another exam, having the opportunity to learn. And so that's definitely one of my favorite moments at McMaster.
My Mac experience couldn't be possible without people like my dad, my friends, and even supervisors, who I like to call Auntie Sonia. And some of my favorite memories are really simple things, like sitting down at the track and having lunch with my friends.
One of my favorite memories about McMaster has to be when I first stepped into the research lab. That moment changed my path and put me in the path that I'm following today to pursue my master's. I also will always cherish the lettuce eating competition that I did with my friends, in which we all just stand in front of the YHE field to eat a lettuce all together. So I'm very thankful to McMaster.
I want to thank my mother and my father and my late grandmother, as each of them have been there for me throughout it all. They have gave me hope when I felt lost. They gave me hugs when I needed comfort, and they loved me unconditionally no matter what my grades were in first year. I want to specifically thank my mother for her unconditional love and for always giving me room to grow. She has always provided patience and time and never ever turned her shoulder towards me. I want to thank you, Mom, for everything that you have done. I would not be here graduating without you. It has all just been a crazy experience, and I wouldn't be able to do it without my family, as they are my rock for absolutely everything. And I know, like, at the end of the day, wherever I go from here, I know that I will always be running back to my home, where I will find my mom and dad with open arms. I met such amazing lifelong friends and a wonderful partner, and they have given me the opportunity to really experience what healthy relationships should be in life. And if it wasn't for meeting these people, I don't think I would be the person I am today. And whether it was like restless nights at Thode Library or just the simplicity of walking around campus and feeling like I am possible of achieving great things in life, it's going to be very hard to say goodbye to McMaster and Hamilton, and I'm quite sad about it, but I know that those memories will actively live in my mind for the rest of my life.
Hello, class of 2025. We are graduates now. Congratulations to everyone. And before anything, I would like to thank people who made this journey unforgettable for me. My parents, my friends, my roommate, and everyone in between. Being an international student, I would always look forward to coming back home, and that's what my motivation was, to give my best in my semester. And to my friends that I made from all different parts of the world, thank you so much. Staying up late night with you guys studying, preparing our cheat sheets, and trying out different restaurants. These are all memories which I'm gonna cherish forever.
I want to thank my roommates who have been with me since my very first day at McMaster. They've gotten me through a lot of really tough times. I also want to thank Dr. Jessica Maxwell, who has given me so many opportunities I never thought I'd have the opportunity to have. And my mom, who has gotten me through a lot of really hard times as well. She's the reason I'm here, the reason I've gotten through my 4 years here. And my best memory at McMaster has been probably Welcome Week 2024. I had the chance to plan Welcome Week 2024 with the Faculty of Social Sciences and two other planners, Sarah and Savannah. And we got to hire a really amazing group of reps and work with them, and that was amazing. And we also got to work with faculty planners from all the other different faculties, which was so amazing, and so amazing to meet them and work with them, and it was just the greatest experience ever.
I would really like to thank my mom and my dad for always being there for me and supporting me whenever I need a hand, and also my friends I've made in BDC, especially like Karina and Josh, who's always been there supporting me, whether it's through my trials and tribulations or even like through the exciting moments and supporting me all through McMaster. And one of my favorite memories at McMaster was definitely Welcome Week when I was a representative for the science faculty. I really enjoyed my time there, really helping first year students. I remember myself in first year and how different I am like now, and I'm so glad because of the McMaster community. It really brought out my personality, and I'm just so thankful for my experiences there.
I'd have to say my memory of a special McMaster memory would be just anytime I had to walk around campus in the evening with my friends. So if that was walking from badminton intramurals or like walking from a New Spring Club meeting, I just felt like we had so many great conversations and interactions whenever my friends and I would just like walk home to the bus stop or like walk each other home. It felt very wholesome and beautiful.
My favorite memory from McMaster was being a part of Welcome Week and welcoming over 600 first years to Brandon residents, being able to plan all of their events and help them settle into their new home for the next 4 years.
I want to thank my mom and dad for all their unwavering support throughout my time here at McMaster. Mom, thank you so much for all the time you spent cooking and freezing meals for me so I could have a taste of home at school while you were far away. And Dad, thank you so much for all the hours you spent in the car driving me to and from school. I appreciated all that time we spent together, even though it was so early in the morning. One of my favorite memories at McMaster was participating in Welcome Week. I did it all 3 years since second year, and it was such an amazing experience to have a community of such inclusive, welcoming people. Usually you can't find as many amazing people in one place at one time as I did during Welcome Week, and I'm so grateful for all the memories we made together, and I'll never forget all the cheers that we did together.
My favorite one might be when I found out there were other Latinos on campus, like getting to know them. I remember the first Olas event that I went, which now I'm president, which is crazy to think. But we were learning how to dance bachata and merengue, but I already knew how to dance, so I had to act like I didn't to feel more at home in the environment. So we were dancing and I was just making fun of the instructor, which was a friend of mine, with my friends, and I was being obnoxiously loud and making every step bigger than it had to be. And I just remember feeling like I had found home outside of home, in a community, in a place that I never expected to find a community that was so bright, joyful, and that felt just like I needed to be like around, like just the right amount of people, just the right amount of love, just the right amount of care. It was amazing, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I still remember that day, and it still brings a smile to my face every time I think about it. So that is kind of my memory.
I guess there were moments where it's like moments where you just feel like everyone's in the grind with you and in the hustle with you, whether it's staff, faculty, or students. I feel like those moments really meant the most because you realize it's really not an individual journey. Everyone's running the race together and we're all like holding each other's hands through it. So, yeah.
I want to say thank you to my brother and my amazing boyfriend. Thank you guys for always being there for me. And I wanted to say a special thank you to my mom. I know you can't be here by my side today, but I know you're always looking down on me.
I'd like to give a shout out to my parents and thank them for all their support through the years, especially by driving me to school.
So today I would like to thank my mom and dad who are here and my siblings for all the love and support they have shown me over the past 4 years. Every text, call, and visit has meant so much to me, more than I can describe.
Shout out to Dr. James Ingram for teaching me all about political theory and inspiring me to pursue that in the future.
Iowa's new university would teach me a lot, but what I didn't expect was that my greatest lessons wouldn't be from the textbooks, but from the people that made this journey unforgettable. Mom, Dad, this degree isn't just mine, it's yours as well. Your unwavering support, your love, didn't go unnoticed, and it shaped me to be the person that I am today, and I couldn't have done it without you.
One of my special memories from university, specifically at McMaster, is Light Up the Night, and I think it was really an amazing time with all my friends that came out. We took pictures at the photo booth, we went on the Ferris wheel, we had some good food that day, and I truly think it was very wholesome to have this moment with all of you.
I would like to shout out to first off Jesus for helping me get through university because it's already hard. And then I would love to shout out to my mom, my dad, my two amazing sisters, and my friends and New Spring community for always being there for me. I would love to shout out to all the friends that I made in computer engineering and management as well. Y'all are real ones, y'all are troopers, and y'all are amazing. To all the professors that have helped me through my undergrad as well, I would really love to thank you for helping me get through university.
Life-changing.
Resilience.
Community and inclusion.
Finding family.
Home. Second home.
The best years.
Rewarding. Eye-opening.
Inspiring.
Very loving.
Adventure.
Growth.
Incredibly rewarding.
Beautifully chaotic. Heartwarming.
Diversity.
Transformative.
Transformative.
Community.
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 Unforgettable.
Thank you, class of 2025. We are confident you will continue to make us proud, and we are so excited to see where you will go, what you will create, how you will advance and innovate, and where you will make your unique impact, making a brighter world for us all. And to echo the sentiments of our graduands, thank you to all the supporters out there who played such an important role in bringing us to this occasion today. We celebrate you along with your graduate today, and we share your pride. And graduands, remember, your formal time at McMaster may have come to a close, but you are now a member of the McMaster Alumni Association, and we are here wherever you want to connect. Stay in touch, keep your email up to date, and learn about all that your Alumni Association offers you. Welcome to the network of a lifetime.
Graduands and guests, please rise as you are able for the academic procession.
I declare that this convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Jeremiah Hurley, Acting Provost and Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences. This afternoon, I have the great pleasure of acting as your Master of Ceremonies and of welcoming you, graduates and guests, to this Convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to recognize and acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and the Haudenosaunee Nations and within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must remember that we all have a role in upholding the spirit of this agreement, which encouraged the peaceable sharing of the Earth's resources. We must also not forget that acknowledging our presence on these lands is only one small step on our shared path towards reconciliation. I challenge you to consider how you can foster reconciliation among the many peoples that inhabit these lands. I would like to start today by acknowledging some of the notable leaders on stage with me. Our Chancellor, Ms. Santi Smith, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Steve Ranovic, Associate Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Omer Ahmed, Dean of the DeGroote School of Business, Dr. Khalid Hassanin, Associate Deans, Directors, Chairs, faculty members, and honored guests. Before we start our formal program, I would kindly ask everyone in the hall to switch off any electronic device that may beep or ring during the ceremony. And I would now like to call upon Chancellor Smith to make her welcoming remarks and then deliver the Thanksgiving address.
Nyawa, thank you, Provost Hurley. Sego Sewaguego, greetings everyone. Watquanuwalado, welcome, honored guests, staff, family, friends, McMaster University faculty, and most importantly, graduates. What a wonderful day it is to come together to share and to celebrate achievements and extend our gratitude. As we celebrate today, let us acknowledge the land on which we gather, a land with deep histories, culture, and stories, and history and knowledge systems that continue to teach us. And may this moment inspire us to walk forward with humility, curiosity, and the courage to make meaningful contributions to our world. I am pleased to begin the ceremony with the Ohandu Galiwatekwe, the words spoken before all else, also known as the Thanksgiving Address in Ganya Geha, the Mohawk language. Sewatohosios ne gat ne galiwesa, ne ona ne angali hohetste ne ganawala donsula. These words of wisdom, they intend to unite our minds and our hearts in acknowledgement to give thanks, to affirm our interdependence, to cultivate compassion and kindness to all entities, and to remind us of our responsibilities to sustain nature's delicate balance and to encourage peaceful coexistence in alignment with the immensity of creation. Dayatinuwalaro ne ongwe su'a, tonayonto hagetne de guatnigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the people, our ancestors, our family and friends, so be it in our minds. Dayatinuwalaro ne yetini stoha johonchare tonayonto hagetne de guatnigula. We offer greetings and our gratitude to Mother Earth, for she provides us with everything that we need to survive and thrive, so be it in our minds. Dayatinuwalaro ne ganega lunyo tonayonto hagetne de guatnigula. We offer our greetings and gratitude to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the waters flowing in our body, to the water that quenches our thirst. Water is life, so be it in our minds. Dayatinuwalaro ne gongjonk su'a tonayonto hagetne de guatnigula. We offer gratitude to the fish life, who help to purify the waters and provide us with nourishment. So be it in our minds. Dayatinuwalaro ne yotunduni tonayonto hagetne de guatnigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the plant life, from the grasses to the medicines which help to purify and strengthen our bodies. So be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane o zitnoa su'a e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We offer thanks to the insect life who help to pollinate the plants, so be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane jon hekwe e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to our sustenance foods for the nourishment and the medicine they provide us, so be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane wahyadiyunta e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We offer thanks and acknowledgement to all of the fruit life who help to nourish our body and so that we may know the sweetness of life, so be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane gondirnyo e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the animals, many who sacrifice their lives to help sustain us, who are our teachers and our guides, so be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane zitdon ongu'a e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We give thanks to all of the birds whose beautiful singing help to uplift our spirit and bring peace and calm to our hearts, so be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane galunda ongu'a e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We give thanks to every species of tree. We cannot live without the oxygen they provide us, and the roots and sap provide us with medicine and cleansing for our body. And we are grateful for their shelter and shade, so be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane zowerler warnier e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the circulating winds who travel the earth, bringing new life and breath. Through observing the winds, we recognize the cycling of our seasons and messages about the environment, so be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane ladiwerlas e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We give thanks to the grandfather thunderers who purify the air and awaken the earth and awaken us. The powerful voices of grandfather thunderers and lightning bring on the replenishing and the renewing rains, so be it in our minds. Tatsi dawanuwalaro ne anjangeni galakwa e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We offer greetings and acknowledgement to our eldest brother, the sun, who appears consistently each morning to provide us with sunshine, protection, and energy for all living things. Daietinu walaro ne asatanega wa nirele e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to Grandmother Moon for lighting up the nighttime sky with her powerful pulls on our waters, governing of cycles, women, and birth, so be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane yojistu warlunyo e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We offer greetings and thanks to the stars, to the cosmos, for providing us with guidance, direction, and dazzling our eyes when we look into the nighttime sky, so be it in our minds. Daietinu walarane deonkiadadon e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We give thanks to our protectors, our spiritual guardians who provide clarity of mind and peace in our hearts, so be it in our minds. Datsi dawanu walaro ne gansant stansar goa sauyela e tonayonto hagetne naguat nigula. We give thanks to creation, the great spirit, the immense creative energy that moves and lives in every entity and lives and moves in all of us. Da eto ni gawanege, da eto. That was a very shortened address. A humble acknowledgement as a reminder of the immensity of the living creative universe of which we as human beings are a very small part. In recognizing the breadth and the depth of addressing the entire natural world, I may have overlooked a few entities and aspects. So I invite you to give thanks in your own way for anything that I have missed out. It is a reminder, it's not a prayer, it's a reminder of our responsibilities as protectors of nature and active upholders of skana. And Ganyageha skana means peace and balance. To cultivate peace and balance within us and in relationship to our kin, community, the environment, and all of our non-human relatives. Addressing our interdependence is necessary to sustain our world in a good way. And we thank everything upon which we depend to get us to this very moment. In gratitude and celebration, we are here to acknowledge your achievements. Convocation is a time to reflect on the stories and the actions that have shaped you, stories of perseverance, resilience, and connection. It is also an invitation to imagine stories yet to be written, the roles you will embody, and your own impact rippling out into the world. Today marks a moment of transition, a threshold where one chapter ends and another begins. Each of you have journeyed through challenges, triumphs, learning, unlearning, growth to arrive here. But no journey unfolds alone. Along the way, you had many helpers, teachers who inspired, mentors who guided, friends who uplifted, and loved ones who stood beside you with unwavering support. And to all of those who have supported, we say Nyawa Goa. Thank you very much. And as you step through the threshold, may you carry with you the lessons and the gratitude for all those who walked alongside of you. Now to the graduands, take this moment to celebrate. Fully embrace this milestone achievement. We look forward to witnessing the unique gifts you will bring to this world as thoughtful, responsible, and visionary contributors to our shared future. Best wishes to you all. Yo Yanale. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Please enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. I would now like to introduce the Dean of the DeGroote School of Business, Dr. Hassanian, to make his own welcoming remarks and to then present the honorary degree recipient.
Thank you, Jerry. And congratulations to the incredible class of 2025. It's a great privilege to be here with you today, sharing this very special moment of your lives. Before I go any further, I want to take a moment to recognize someone who has played a remarkable role in shaping McMaster into the vibrant, inclusive, and forward-looking community it is today. With us is David Farrar, here for his very last convocation ceremony as McMaster's 8th President and Vice Chancellor. Dr. Farrar has been serving as McMaster's president or acting president since 2019. Can you guess how many convocations he has attended during that time? Well, I won't keep you guessing. So since 2019, David has attended over 70 in-person convocations, oversaw the conferring of over 50,287 degrees, with 32,368 students crossing this very stage. And yes, you can tell I'm an engineer at heart here. And in that process, he shook an estimated 25,000 hands in 6 years, just on this stage. And this doesn't include maybe all of the people who are going to cross the stage today. To put this into perspective for you, an average North American shakes about 15,000 hands in a lifetime. David did it in 6 years. And wow, what a remarkable record just on that front. David, thank you for your visionary leadership and your deep commitment to McMaster. Because of you, our community is truly a brighter place. We are so grateful for your guidance and impact. Thank you. Now to our graduates, this moment has been years in the making, shaped by countless lectures, late nights, group projects, unexpected challenges, and moments of discovery that brought you to this stage today. I still remember the thrill of sitting where you are right now, robed in a graduation gown, surrounded by classmates, cheered by family and friends, and filled with both excitement and uncertainty about what might come next. In fact, I enjoyed my graduation so much that, as you can see, I'm still wearing my gown today. Having graduated 4 or 5 times, let me offer some hard-earned convocation wisdom to help make today smoother. First, try not to trip on your way to the stage. And if you do, try to do so in a graceful way. Only follow the person ahead of you if they know where they're going. And let your cheering squad take as many photos as they want. They have earned this moment too. I hope this wisdom serves you today, but what about tomorrow? What about the next chapter? If I can leave you with just one takeaway today, it is this. It's not just about the skill sets you've built during your time here. It is also about the mindsets you've developed. At DeGroote, our role has never been just to prepare graduates for boardrooms and balance sheets. It's been to prepare leaders for every room they find themselves in, including communities and spaces where change is needed the most. So whatever room you walk into next, you will need both skill sets and mindsets. Skill sets are the tangible tools you will carry with you. Things like business acumen, financial literacy, digital fluency, analytical thinking, research skills, and more. But equally important are the mindsets, the often overlooked but essential qualities that enable long-term success, like creativity, resilience, collaboration, empathy, grit, and adaptability. These don't come with certificates or grades, but they are the qualities that will shape your leadership. The world you are stepping into is dynamic. The geopolitical landscape is shifting and impacting business locally, nationally, and globally. Technology is evolving faster than ever. Artificial intelligence is reshaping industries, workflows, and even entire professions. You will hear in a few moments from our esteemed honorary doctorate recipient, Armugan Ahmad, who has built a career and legacy around the technological and commercial progress of AI. The careers you build 5 or 10 years from now may look very different from what you imagine today. And while your skills will continue to grow, it's those mindsets that ones you have been building, those ones you've been building and testing every single day during your time with us, that will help you rise to meet new challenges, solve problems that feel impossible to crack, lead teams through uncertainty, and drive positive change in whichever field you choose. You have what you need. Even when the path ahead feels unclear, you will know how to adapt, how to learn, how to persevere, and how to lead. And remember, no matter where your journey takes you, you will always be part of the DeGroote community. Look around you. These are the peers who stood by you during late nights, tough deadlines, and shared your successes. Look to our faculty and staff, mentors and champions of your learning, who will continue to support you. And beyond this room, you join a global network of DeGroote and McMaster alumni. There are cabinet ministers, business leaders, scientists, university presidents, Hollywood actors, Olympians, astronauts, and Nobel laureates. Wherever you go, you are part of that community now. And for some of you, this may not be goodbye. You may be continuing your journey here through a graduate program, or you might find your way back to DeGroote or McMaster someday to take on a new academic challenge. Wherever your next steps lead, I hope you carry with you not only the education you've earned, but the confidence of knowing that you are backed by a global community of supporters, and that you have both the skills and mindsets to make a real positive difference. and I can't wait to see what's next for you. I'll be cheering you on every step of the way. Congratulations, class of 2025. I would now like to present our honorary degree recipient, Armugan Ahmad. Armugan Ahmad is a groundbreaking technology executive and passionate community builder whose vision and leadership have helped drive Canada's digital evolution. With more than 2 decades of experience in leading enterprise transformation, Mr. Ahmad has held senior executive roles at some of the world's leading technology companies, including being the CEO and president of Appen AI, as well as key positions at Dell Technologies, Hewlett-Packard, KPMG, and 3Com. He currently serves as executive chairman at RX Food AI, where he is advancing cutting-edge artificial intelligence solutions to revolutionize personalized nutrition and health outcomes. Additionally, he advises ServiceNow and TELUS as a senior AI consultant and invests in emerging AI startups as a general partner at Vision Studio Ventures. Throughout his distinguished career, Mr. Ahmad has spearheaded award-winning innovations in artificial intelligence, notably advancing genomic research through high-performance computing at Dell. His contributions have earned him multiple honors, including several Business Council's Professional of the Year awards. A strong advocate of the development of AI skills training, health technology innovation, and fostering diversity and inclusion, Mr. Ahmad puts these commitments into action through his board role at Trillium Health Partners, where he supports AI-driven healthcare solutions with a focus on underserved populations. He was also a founding member of the Future Skills Center, helping shape nationwide efforts to equip Canadians with the skills needed for an AI-driven economy. As a co-founder of the Coalition of Innovation Leaders Advancing Respect, or CELAR, Mr. Ahmad has helped build a powerful network of more than 40 organizations across academia, industry, startups, and government. This interdisciplinary alliance drives inclusive innovation by creating meaningful pathways for Black, Indigenous, racialized youth, and rural Canadian communities, promoting mentorship, skills development, and entrepreneurship opportunities to build a more diverse and equitable Canadian technology sector. He is also an active advocate for girls in STEAM education, mental health awareness, and immigrant resettlement programs. Mr. Ahmad serves on the board of advisors for AI at Queen's University Smith School of Business and holds an honorary doctorate from the University of Waterloo, where he also serves on the Engineering Dean's Advisory Council. Yeah, they beat us by 1 week, but okay. At McMaster, Mr. Ahmad has been involved as a guest speaker in the Executive MBA program, and during his tenure at KPMG, he played an instrumental role in establishing the KPMG Ignition Lab, an innovation and technology space within the group's new McLean Center for Collaborative Discovery, which is going to open later on this year. Chancellor Smith, it is a privilege to present to you a leader in business, education, and innovation who is building an important legacy in enhancing diversity and representation in the technology sector. I ask that you recognize Armugan Ahmad's accomplishments and contributions by conferring upon him the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Dr. Armugan Ahmad, by the authority of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, in McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. I would now like to invite Dr. Ahmed to deliver the convocation address.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for this very kind citation. I really appreciate it, Dean Hasnain. Good afternoon, Ms. Chancellor, Mr. Vice Chancellor, Dean Hasnain, member of the Convocation, proud parents, and most importantly, the class of 2025. I want to start with giving you a huge round of applause. So when they told me that I have to be giving another commencement address, I quickly checked ChatGPT to see if there was a commencement speech that I could write. And it's actually supposed to just say, let's say, I learned it in the last 10 minutes. I tried ChatGPT. It was not that great. So, and then I started to write my speech a few weeks ago, and I asked it to start generate some jokes for me in the beginning. And then the kinds of jokes that it came up with just did not stick with me. So I'm not going to use any of those jokes other than saying that I have 3 lessons that I want to share with you based on my life experiences. And those are very simple to remember, mostly for the graduates. They start with H. The first one is hustle. The second one is heart. And the third one is horizon. So if you allow me, I'm going to take you through these 3 themes. So let's start with hustle. So as Dean Hasnain read my citation, what he didn't include is long before I became a tech CEO or an investor or a board director or executive chairman or any of those roles, I immigrated to Canada from Karachi, Pakistan at the age of 15 with no parents in June of 1990 with $100 in my pocket. I didn't speak a word of English at that time. The humble upbringing that I come from, picture 1990 in Karachi, Pakistan, or even in Hamilton or Toronto. We didn't have a television or telephone in the house. I had never left that city of 25 million people, or the country of 200 plus million people, on a train or a plane. So that was my first time setting foot on a plane. I land here in Toronto in June, get a graveyard shift at a Petro-Canada gas station, and the ones that don't know what a graveyard shift is, it's usually 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Went to Clarkson Secondary School in Mississauga, and then went and washed dishes after that. Why do I tell you this story? I tell you the story that it's not that my parents sent me away or we were from a humble upbringing. I tell you this story because my parents, and there's a lot of parents in the room here, they gave me something much more than $100. They gave me values. They gave me values of hard work, perseverance, and optimism. And that's where I want to pause and give all the parents in the room a huge round of applause for you to give values to all these graduations. So fast forward 35 years, I'm 50 years old. I have 3 children who are sitting in the front row. I have a 25-year-old son, I have a 20-year-old, and I have a 14-year-old. And just like the advice that I give them, that's the advice that I'm going to share with you around the hustle. So like many newcomers, you hustle, and you hustle really hard. You have 80-hour work weeks. You don't sleep well. That leads to a lot of odd jobs that you end up doing. But the most important thing that teaches you during that course of very long-term hard work, and that was not just when I was a teenager or in high school or in college or at work. I worked 80-hour work weeks for almost 25 years. I worked for 30 years. It's only in the last 5 years that I've stopped working 80-hour work weeks. And that's how you differentiate yourself when you don't look like most of the people in the boardroom or the CEOs that I met with. I worked all across the US, Europe, Asia, Middle East, and Africa, and Asia. And you have to differentiate yourself. How you differentiate yourself is hustle. And that hustle leads to grit. So that taught me that comfort and growth don't coexist. So if you want growth, don't be comfortable. Find ways to become uncomfortable. That uncomfortable place is where you find real growth in life. And every time you do that, your comfort zone expands. You see, I've failed over 100 times in my career, or in my life in general, I would probably say. And every failure teaches you something. It gets to a point where you don't fear failure anymore. But if you never face rejection, and I tell my children the same thing, if you've never faced rejection, because us as parents who have protected you, you're about to graduate, and starting next week, you may be starting your new careers, and you will get rejected probably in the first week, first month, or the first year. There is this famous quote, and one of my mentors is sitting in the room, Young Vu. He is Taiwanese, and Jensen Huang is a countryman who is the founder and CEO of NVIDIA, has a famous saying. When he meets young graduates, he says, "I wish suffering upon you." He still works 80-hour work weeks at NVIDIA. Anyone who works at NVIDIA, they don't have an 8-to-1 manager to employee ratio. They have almost 30-to-1 because everyone works that hard. So what I'm trying to tell you is that working 80-hour work weeks is important, but hustle alone is not enough. That brings me to the second H. That's the heart. So by heart, I mean people, I mean relationships, empathy, and integrity. I talked about my 3 children in the room, I talked about my mentor in the room, I talked about my dear friends now who are in the room who I've known for almost 35 years. One of them happens to be on stage today as a CFO of McMaster. That's what heart is. Heart is about integrity, it's about those relationships and empathy, but it's not your IQ, your intelligence that takes you far, and I learned this the hard way. I was obsessed by being the smartest technical person in the room, developing genomic sequencing, high-performance computing, cloud architectures, all those things. And then I had another mentor who's in the room today who pulled me aside and said, "Armagon, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care." And that hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm like, well, I thought it was my IQ that mattered. So I realized that knowledge is meant that showing genuine care of the people around you. So this is where I'm going to introduce a new DQ for you, and that's not Dairy Queen. It's decency quotient. You see, that's really helped me much more than IQ in my career. It's about that decency quotient, or your EQ, your emotional quotient, that define you much more than your IQ. So your decency quotient is your decency, integrity, and doing the right thing and treating people well. And my mother, who was at my Waterloo graduation, and she's aged, so she couldn't be here, but in Urdu, she would tell me something that I'm going to loosely translate in English. It says, "Beta" means son. It's nice to be important, Armagon, but it's more important to be nice. I finally understood it so many years later. In other words, having a big title or important status means nothing. Over time, yes, you'll get a job at Google or RBC or TD or Suncor or many of these companies or Meta or all of those companies. That's great. In other words, how do you ensure that you instill kindness on people and you bring people along? So be nice. Be the kind of person that lifts other people up. Remember that behind every project, it's people. So think of any robot you would build, or any consulting engagement, or any investment banking advice, or accounting, or entrepreneur initiative that you go to. There are people behind it who are actually making it work. Those teammates, users, customers, your family, they're the ones who really are the heart behind any of the work that you do. So I've led technical teams, as I said, but the best results that have come are really through heart. So show empathy to the colleagues. That means that when you start your jobs on Monday, you have to show that empathy to the interns that are working there, or the people who are working above you, and they will see that very quickly. And keep that in mind, that because technology is only the enabler, it's us humans who are the real transformers of those technology. So yes, there's lots of AI being used, or my ChatGPT joke in the beginning. It's reinforcement learning with human feedback. I was talking to President Farrar earlier today, and Dean Hasnain, and I was telling them the same thing, that is the most important quality. The new programming language is not Python anymore. The new programming language is English. That means how do you prompt those AIs? How do you train those AIs? And it's you who will build those workflows. So caring about others means that you also have to create a balance in your own life. And this is something that a good mentor of mine has once said to me. It's a quote from Brian Dyson, the prior CEO of Coca-Cola. And he said, life is like juggling 5 balls: work, family, health, friends, and integrity. Work is a rubber ball. It bounces back if it's dropped. But family, health, friends, and integrity is made out of a crystal ball. You drop that, and that gets shattered. I'm pausing for effect because I want you to really think about, yes, there will be a rubber ball, that's work. You'll change jobs, you'll drop a ball, they'll bounce back. What won't bounce back are those other very important things in life. So keep that in mind. So protect your health, protect your relationships, and protect your reputation, and lead with heart. And remember that no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Stand up for the rights of people, like what's happening in the Middle East right now. Or stand up for the rights of people that are not getting equal justice. You have to stand up for people, and that's important in this day and age. And remember, heart is what turns a boss into a leader, a group of people into a family, and it's what will make all of you not just excellent business folks, but excellent humans. Okay, now that we've got heart and hustle, the final H is about curiosity, vision, and adaptability, and I call it the horizon. So class of 2025, as business graduates, you're stepping into a world of constant change. So let's take a look at your horizon. Your horizon is you're graduating in a world of what I call exponential change. Exponential change meaning when GPT 2.5 got released in November 2022, I graduated in 1995. I didn't know what AI was. 3 years ago, I was, 47, 48 or so? And at that time, I had to learn what that meant and how do you keep up with that level of change. Since November 2022, that ChatGPT era has now led to, you ready for this? $3 trillion of new wealth creation or new revenues. There are new industries being born. By the time you graduate and you come out now, there are Microsofts of the world, other fast-moving companies that are laying off programmers, coders who graduated from engineering schools, computer science schools, and business schools, because their repetitive jobs are at risk. So where you really need to think differently and do differently is remember that knowledge is power, but learning is the true superpower. So what I mean by horizon is that you need to all become learn-it-alls and not know-it-alls. So yes, you'll have an incredible McMaster business school degree. That's just the first step. That's just a crack in the door. But what you have to do next is, I call it the AQ, the adaptability quotient. You have to adapt very fast. You may have to take a lot of Udemy, Coursera courses, spend a lot of your time on YouTube learning about how to program in English. So that adaptability quotient is what turns disruption into an opportunity. And the tools and the knowledge you have gathered at McMaster here will evolve, and sometimes in a matter of months at an exponential rate. So thrive in this environment and learn and unlearn certain behaviors so that you have the ability to be a learn-it-all. In fact, for me, the opportunities were always in the unknown, and the adaptability is what turns a challenge into an adventure. So remember when I told you that I failed 100 times? Failing that 100 times gave me the opportunity to develop that AQ, that adaptability quotient. And many of you will need to adapt very quickly in order to get into these newer jobs or newer entrepreneurships that exist today. And as you step in the roles of investment bankers, I have a few of my friends who are sitting in the front rows are investment bankers, consultants, or entrepreneurs, or accountants, or auditors, analysts, or leaders, I want you to create relevance, not awareness. What do I mean by that? So build solutions that matter to people, not just buzzwordy headlines, not just 80-hour work weeks, but always keep asking, how can I make the lives of others better? Be givers and not takers. So these are my 3 big lessons: hustle, heart, and horizon. If you carry these with you, I have no doubt that you will not only be successful in your careers, but you will be meaningful and purposeful. So as you leave this ceremony today and step into the world, remember this, class of 2025. The purpose of your life is to discover your gift. The work of your life is to develop it. But the meaning of your life is to give that gift away. So congratulations, class of 2025. Go out there and share your gifts with the world. God bless you. Peace be upon you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed, for those wise words. I would now like to welcome Dr. David Farrar, President and Vice Chancellor, to present the graduates to our Chancellor for admission to their degrees.
Graduates, if you are able, please stand. This is the best part of the service. They turn the lights up and we can finally see you. Chancellor Smith, on behalf of McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates and those in absentia in order that you may confer the appropriate degrees upon them. And I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduands, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Graduates, I now ask each of you to join me on stage so the Chancellor and I may welcome you to the McMaster community of scholars. Congratulations.
Honored guests, so that each graduate's name may be heard, it would be appreciated if during the presentation of graduates, you would hold your collective applause to the end of each degree category. Thank you. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honors Bachelor of Commerce. Faraz Amir. Syed Faizan Amir. Ali Abid El Rahman. Sami Abdo. Iman Abdul Rasul. Sama Abu Ulba. Muhammad Tokir Afzal. Gurjat Aluwalia. Fadil Ahmad. Habiba Ahmad. Abir Ahmed. Munaza Maksud Ahmed. Laura Judith Ayelo. Khalil Boutros Acacia. Joel Aldik. Christian Alexa. Khalid Abdulmohsen El Harbi. Leon Mohsen Al Hinai. Hassan Ali. Farisha Ali. Zainab Ali. Abdullah Al-Ramahi. Bara Safwan Al-Sab. Jana Al-Sheikh Husan. Atharvan Anand. Tyler Alex Anderson. Jana Haitham Arafa. Devansh Arora. Gurjat Singh Athwal. Ayet Atif. Tushar Atmakuru. Ravneet Kaur Atwal. Jashin Singh Ajwala. Ardit Abdiyu. Emma Carissa Bacchus. Rakshita Bagta. Jad Basus. Shuan Bai. Tanisha Bakht. Rajveer Bawa. Kareem Beydoun. Manveer Singh Betty. Sophia Belalu. Isabella Madeline Banco. Sarah Christina Benoit. Peter Beyer. Vrushin Bhatt. Jainer Alp Biersi. Grace Meva Bentungi. Angelina Bocage. Giuseppe Anthony Borgacci. Joyce Batras. Aria Bout. Kohil Brapagaran. Alicia Norman Bren. Cedric Briere. Andy Robin Gobuendia. Joseph Antoine Bullen. Aidan Michael Burke. James Ashton Bertanugwu. Cameron Allen Kingston Bybird. Brian Porfirio Caetano. Abigail Mary Irene Caligari. Noah Camarda. Gavin Camp. Lucas Aiden Cannon. Mingjun Chow. Lucas Michael Caravaggio. Giuseppe Domenico Carna. Joshua Schaaf. Yidin Shai. Jonathan Che-Tu. Bhavya Chakrala. Kwang Chan. Owen Chung Hei Chan. Nirav Chandrahali. Tianchi Chang. Ashleen Kamiko Chan Son Hong. Borna Charmy. Thea Cheeseman. Kaisheng Chen. Yi Chen. Michael Chang. Emma Michelle Chetty. Simran Chinzer. Angus Xiang. Drew Chisholm. Siddharth Koraria. Imran Ali Chowdhury. Naila Chaudhry. Sarah Chu. Mustafa Munir Shugtai. Alia Clark. Jackson Jeffrey Cooling. Stefano Carapi. Mateus Samuel Costa. Jacob Kraft. Sebastian Crandall. Jacob Michael Crow. Desharau Kui. Alexander Mark Chernansky. Emma Catherine Daigle. Avery Mary Dambremont. Kevin DeBartolo. Indy Fabian DeGroot. Matthew David Delavalli. Yaru Dung. Harnoor Singh Dhaliwal. Gavin Kabir Singh Dote. James Diaz. Jacob Milton Dietrich. Adrian Brandt Diller. An Kwok Din. Jonathan Joseph DeMello. Jonathan Z. Kwong Doan. Arjdeep Kaur Dua. Thomas Patrick Dunlop. Ibad Durrani. Nabia Effendi. Ryan Eager. Amina Elbaf. Jana Mohammed El-Hadari. Omnia El-Haj Musa. Omar El-Kawas. Nedi El-Khoury. Michael Roshan Ellis Wright. Layla El-Nadi. Ahmed Khaled Aishanawani. Lisa Gwen Min Ang. Mohammed Abshir Essa. Simone Evans Adamek. Hazik Faisal. Alex Michael Fang. Wanglei Fang. Mark Louis Salvatore Fanton. Sherwin F. Farage. Alex Stephen Fever. Dennis Fedotov. Brennan Richard Bhatia Fellman. Iyung Fang. Benjamin Michael Ferencich. Evan Robert Finley. Grace Fletcher. Giovanni Folino. Riley Madison Forrest. Yiren Fu. Claudia Furai. Lawrence James Gaffney. Jingxin Gao. Yash Gerg. Harjobin Gill. Tavrit Kaur Gill. Noor Gohir. Malcolm Victor Gregory Graves. Bertram Zenon Gregorsowitz. Alyssa Victoria Guerrero. Yifan Guo. Christina Giori. Keegan Thomas Hall. Serena Hamid. Matthew Francesco Hamal. Faye Han. Ranika Ishika Harisharan. Mustafa Hassan. Jonas Hassan. Liam Daniel Hayes. Angelina Hernandez Liu. Isabel Highland. Samar Ahmad Hitini. Brian Ka Hong Ho. Thien An Din Hong. Sujia Hong. Wenjong Ho. Shangxiu Hu. Jiana Hu. Yiyang Hu. Jiyi Huang. Sydney Regan Hughes. Ernest Hui. Joseph James Hunt. Zahid Hussein. Hashim Ismail. Ryan Gregory Jackson. Jaden Jacob. Fawn Jakes. Ishan Jane. Praniv Jain. Sona Jemkosian. Ramanpreet Singh Jassi. Shiza Jawad. Joshua Thomas Jewett. Rupu Jiang. Charles Andrew Johnson. Brendan Joswiak. Joanna Isabella Hameaz. Dunghu Jun. Ratika Kalia. Yutien Kang. Rohit Kapoor. Maheen Karuna. Nadia Kasim. Julia Kuokov. Ahmad Khan. Behroz Khan. Shanazi Ahmed Khan. Rohit Khanna. Ria Khosla. Ethan Matthew Kilmurray. Anthony Louis Kirkos. Thea Kukunian. Caitlin Kowalchuk. Gurtej Lael. Robert Maxwell Lorne Lawson. Siuyan Lee. Joran Riley Lendvoy. Jordan Lindsay LePage. Christina Lynn Laterno. Dongshu Lee. Elisa Z. Ying Lee. Rohan Lee. Xiaoyan Li. Xinyan Li. Yujun Li. Zihan Li. Zheyao Liang. Jingwen Liang. Nicholas Xing Hong Liang. Andy Xiaosheng Lin. Geng Lin. Roshun Lin. Zhisheng Lin. Dahui Liu. Haorun Liu. Jingru Liu. Mei Liu. Ting Liu. Zishi Liu. Brian Lowe. Katerina Amanda Lozick. Jia Liu. Cici Liu. Xiying Liu. Wenbo Liu. Vanessa Lee. Bradley Ma. Jingwei Ma. Xinyi Ma. Michael Jacob McKillop. Percy Nabirai Magula. Abdullah Mahmood. Anisha Mahmood. Yassine Maklad. Fayez Imran Malik. Ibrahim Malik. Oscar Malik. Michael Manbeck. Vaibhav Manchanda. Sahil Arif Manji. Maham Mansouri. Hui Chao Mao. Nabiha Musahedin. Jack Kenneth Matheson. Logan Nicholas McAllister. Brendan Thomas McGill. Abby Grace McGrath. James Patrick McKee Levins. Abdullah Misitoglu. Anastasia Melnikova. Yujia Miao. Luke Daniel Miliaro. Madison Bray Miles. Simon Christopher Mills. Jaskaran Singh Minnes. Naila Asif Mohammed. Philippe Moreno. Aiden Russell Morris. Hazem Morsi. Jessica Mozakidis. Yusuf Rahman Naeem. Muhammad Akrama Naveed. Tyrell Nelson. Joshua George Nevin. Samantha Grace Newton. Andrew Wynn. Lynn Newen. Michael Stephen Craig Knott. Luka Novakovic. Tamaranparai Fayin Fulua Ogay. Paige Jacqueline Olasinski. Owen Oliveira. Ava Kristen Olson. Alyssa Olson. Grace Helen O'Rourke. Furkan Tevfik Osman. Lathushan Pakurathan. Isabella Gabrielle Palermo. Jiyu Pan. Natasha Punde. Yvonne Panofsky. Arshpreet Parwana. Mishita Patel. Isabella Maria Payton. Claudia Pensack. Christoph Joseph Perro. Luke Piccone. Matthew Thomas Pilkey. Sierra Isabella Felicia Pitari. Theron Rovindu Piatagama. Evelina Podgorny. Owen James Porter. Alyssa Pratt. Taylor Danuta Pustai. Iran Shio. Jiaking Shu. Rasem Kusus. Ethan Paul Ramachieri. Emily Ramadath. Noah Rasul. Liam Ryder. Drew Riley. David Christopher Rentoul. Joseph Rizzo. Luke Timothy Robertson. Adnan Shin Rohani. Michael John Rosati. Madeline Jane Rourke. Benjamin Taylor Rowley. Sebastian Rabarshik. Kabir Sachdeva. Drishya Sa. Nijum Saha. Ajahn Das Siani. Yusuf Khalid Saleh. Hira Salman. Mabel Sam. Piper Samuel. Aaron Ankar Sungarabodi. Marcus Andrew Santos Souza. Zoe Sarmiento Nioto. Louis Sarzam. Manan Satija. Sana Savani. Connor David Schrank. Matthew Brent Secor. Kristen Shelley Sigobin. Ramez Saif. Julia Rose Seraphim. Jennifer Seymour. Kushi Sharma. Jad Jamal Shihada. Hania Siddiqui. Khalid Abdullah Salim. Julia Kimberly Simpson. Herbjot Singh. Manmohit Singh. Sophia Kalena Smith-Valek. Evan Mitchell Sneed. Fahud bin Sohail. Amelia Rose Spano. Jaskaran Singh Sarah. Christopher Stafford. Olivia Carmela Stallone. Stefan Stanisic. Michaela Stickler. Jiayung Sun. Xiaoya Sun. Ethan Susi. Hillary Mary Sutton. Michelle Irene Suarez. Michael Tadros. Omer Hafiz. Isha Tahir. Roderick Tam. Lavanya Taneja. Jeanka Tong. Marie Andre Tanou. Joshua James Taylor. Sunera Tazrin. Kenneth Christopher Tay. Ralph Justine Terta. Yamoni Tesfaye. Matthew Alexander Toth. Dora Tuzun. Sude Aslu. Sophia Kim Van. William David Vandervelden. Sana Venpassen. Dimple Vashi. Tanya K. Verma. Mayon Vijayanathan. Anna Maria Stanica Virzi. Kevin Vo. Eric Samuel Volgi. Adriana Maria Vucic. Lazar Dragan Vucic. Peter Waba. Hong Wang. Tonga Wang. Wei Wang. Wen Wang. Timothy Wang. Iran Wang. Yiyun Wang. Yuyang Wang. Jason Patrick Waters. Jessica Mary Whale. Isabella Zoe Wenberg. Austin West. Peyton Shea Whitehouse. Aiden James Williams. Chloe Rose Williams. Maya Florencia Wimmer. Yuening Wu. Luo Fang Xia. Xiaoming Xiao. Yao Xiao. Yawen Xiao. Letian Xu. Yishen Xu. Hanxing Yan. Dong Yang. Haozhen Yang. Jasmine Yang. Jingyu Yang. Sean Christian Yang. Su Bin Yang. Su Bin Yang. Xin Hao Yang. Shinze Yang. Jingwen Yu. Shinpei Yu. Ihan Yu. Jufei Yu. Joshua Nicholas Zakab. Alia Zahari. Sayeda Aruba Zara. Tasia Zelonovich. Shiwen Zheng. Eve Lindsay Zhang. Yize Zhang. Rui Zhang. Shuotang Zhang. Xinyu Zhang. Yufei Zhang. Jiyuan Zhang. Ziyao Zhang. Evan Zhao. Ruojin Zhao. Wantong Zhao. Wenjin Zhao. Xingyao Zhao. Zhao Yilin. Angela Li Zhang. Kenny John Zhang. Victor Zhang. Yanren Zhang. Xiaotong Zhou. Jishi Zhou. Hongyu Zhu. Xining Zhu. Yushi Zhu. Amina Amer. Emma Elizabeth Alcock. Ratusha Balanaranjan. Faith Marie Binns. Alexandra Mary Bovey. Crystal Faye Chen. Joseph Edward Michael Clinton. Isabella DeMacos. George Edward Elchuk. Redden Fazliu. Ronan Gandhi. Catherine Marie Glavina. Tavleen Kaur Hans. Yumna Hussein. Aidan Colin Hussey. Erica Ng. Kristen Ann Landry. Divya Dewan Leonard. Rahul Marwaha. Rayan Mohammed Roba. Tejaswi Kaur Sarao. Forrester Holden Sorensen. Shifa Mustafa Syed. Cordelia Tong. Natalie Thomas. Natasha Trifunovic. Ted Yi Mon Win. Hoon Yang. Joshua Mayer Zadek. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree, Bachelor of Commerce. Nana Bansa. John Kevin Manning. David Melakidze.
Let's give one more round of applause to all the newest graduates of the class of 25. I would now like to introduce Alexandra Bovey, a graduate of the degree Honors Bachelor of Commerce in the Integrated Business and Humanities program, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Faculty, alumni, family, friends, and of course, the graduating class. My name is Alexandra Bovey, and I am deeply honored to be part of such a momentous occasion. I'd like to start by taking a moment to acknowledge some of the key individuals who've shaped our time here at McMaster. Chancellor Santee Smith, President and Vice Chancellor Dr. David Farrar, Acting Provost Dr. Jeremiah Hurley, Dean of Graduate Studies Dr. Steve Hranilevich, and Dean of the DeGroote School of Business Dr. Khaled Hassanin. We are truly grateful for your guidance over the years and for being with us here today. Thank you. From our first steps on the McMaster campus to our final steps across this stage today, this journey has certainly not been one we walked alone. I'd like to ask my fellow graduates to take a look around. Every single seat in this room is filled by someone who supported us along our way. Professors who patiently answered all our quick questions, friends who didn't judge us for living off back-to-back Uber Eats orders during exam season, and our families who believed in us long before we believed in ourselves. I know I speak on behalf of the entire graduating class when I say thank you for everything. One of the most important lessons we've learned at DeGroote is that in business, the only real certainty is uncertainty. And after what our university journeys looked like, well, we're graduating as experts in navigating the unpredictable. Many of us began our degrees in Zoom lectures, trying to guess how tall our classmates were, and in group projects that required more coordination than a corporate merger, all while navigating the most unprecedented of unprecedented times. Then, just as we started to get back to a more normal university experience, AI skyrocketed, along with the realization that we might be preparing for jobs a machine could already do faster and without coffee breaks. But together, we've embraced the unknown with curiosity and an eagerness to learn, even as the world changed faster than our syllabus could. When we look back on our university experience, it won't be that one accounting midterm we all cried after, or that marketing project that gave us premature gray hairs that we remember. It'll be the small moments, the ones where we laughed until our stomach hurts, and just for a moment, forgot all about deadlines and due dates. Like when we'd spend the breaks in our classes competing to see who could solve the Wordle the quickest, or brainstorming group Halloween costumes for weeks just to panic buy something from the dollar store the day of. That time we passed around glasses during the solar eclipse and everyone was convinced they had eye damage the next day. Or this past winter, when we all refreshed the Mac Instagram page every 5 minutes, hoping for a snow day to delay our midterms. But more than just funny stories, these were the moments that brought us closer. The kitchen table pep talks at 2 a.m., the spontaneous celebrations after handing in a brutal group project, the quiet support when someone needed it most. These moments turned classmates into companions, late-night study buddies into lifelong friends, and our campus into a community. And as we move into this next exciting stage of life, where the people we once saw every day might now live a flight away, it's these memories we'll carry with us. They are the heart of our McMaster experience. They are what turned this place into home. As we step into a world where change is the only constant, it's daunting, yet familiar. We've mastered thriving in uncertainty and learned that when it feels like everything is falling apart, it might just mean that things are falling into place. So yes, the future might feel uncertain, but so was the beginning of this journey. This next chapter is ours to shape, and with our resilience and our courage, we've never been more ready. It's not easy to say goodbye to a community this special, but wherever we go, we leave DeGroote not just with degrees, but with memories, lifelong friendships, and a shared experience that will always connect us. And truly, how lucky are we to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard? So with that, class of 2025, we are ready, we are capable, and we are just getting started. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you for those reflections, Alexandra. I would now like to invite President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, to deliver the President's address.
Chancellor Smith, distinguished guests, award winners, faculty, members of the McMaster community, members of the McMaster graduating class of 2025, family and friends. One of the real privileges of my role as president is to speak to the graduates on the occasion of your convocation, to offer congratulations on behalf of the university, and to tell you how proud we are of you. We've heard some inspiring remarks during today's convocation, from the beautiful Thanksgiving address given by our Chancellor that opened the ceremony, to thoughtful and motivating speeches from our honorary degree recipient and our valedictorian. Let me add a few final thoughts before we bring this ceremony to a close. At the end of June, I conclude my term as president of McMaster, and the university will welcome its next president, Dr. Susan Tai. So these spring convocations are the last time that I'll speak to graduates, and this is my valedictory too. When I began my term as McMaster's 8th president in January 2020, I had hopes and dreams for what we could accomplish together in my 5 years as president. But within the first few weeks of January, we began to hear reports of an illness causing pneumonia-like symptoms in China. By February, we were seeing the devastating impacts on hospitals in small towns across Italy. And by the beginning of March, it was clear that the COVID virus was circulating in North America. We closed our campuses to in-person teaching and learning on March the 13th. Wherever you were in March 2020, you have your own story of what happened next. Unless you were a healthcare worker or another kind of essential worker, you probably went home. You probably did your best to follow the guidance of your public health leaders. Stay in your bubble. If you go out, stand a hockey stick away from others. Wear a mask, don't touch your face, wash your hands. You probably remember the overwhelming support for exhausted healthcare workers and other essential workers during those first few weeks of the pandemic. Thank you, healthcare workers, said the signs in the windows and the billboards. We're all in this together, said our political leaders. The days became weeks, the weeks became months, and the virus did not go away when the warmer summer weather appeared as we had hoped. That sense of in this together began to fade. Even more alarming was the rapid decline in trust for institutions. Public health guidance changed as scientists discovered new information about the virus, and that deepened skepticism in some parts of our community, turning social media influencers into seeming authorities on virology and vaccine effectiveness. Here in Canada, we saw that fading trust turn to hostility towards the public health community and eventually curdle into the Freedom Convoy in Ottawa. Suddenly, we weren't in this together. Where there was once agreement that health is a collective endeavor, we saw a retreat into the rhetoric of personal responsibility and personal choice. Looking back over the last 5 years, I ask myself, did the year 2020 change us forever? The pandemic exposed how quickly our medical and social systems can be overwhelmed, Despite years of warning from researchers and experts, we saw in real time a long-predicted crisis unfold faster than our institutions could adapt. That makes other foreseeable crises, from antibiotic resistance to climate change to misinformation, feel more tangible and more urgent. I want to suggest that 2020 acted as a catalyst. It accelerated some existing trends, such as remote work and online learning, and at the same time, it revealed structural weaknesses, such as disparities in healthcare and access to internet. In the aftermath of the pandemic, there's a growing recognition that we're no longer facing discrete challenges, but interconnected crises that can amplify each other. Climate change can drive pandemics. Social inequality can undermine crisis response. Technological disruption can amplify social division. And borders mean nothing to a virus, whether it's biological or a conspiracy theory. For me, 2020 changed many things. The pandemic showed us how quickly global systems can be overwhelmed and how interconnected our vulnerabilities are. The pandemic also made it very clear the need that we have to be together in person, whether in the learning environment, the working world, or in our cultural pursuits. There is something about being together that screens cannot carry. How you shift when you're thinking, the way your hands speak before you actually say your words. There is an ancient wisdom in gathering and in the simple act of occupying space together, where indivisible threads weave themselves into a single moment. We now find ourselves at a precarious time when several global crises are converging. The rise of authoritarianism in major powers adds another layer of complexity to addressing these challenges. In the face of these threats, I've found reason for optimism in the conversations I've had with hundreds of students here at McMaster over the last 5 years. You did not put your dreams on hold during the pandemic, but found inspiring and innovative ways to pursue your goals. You are already working on countless ways to solve pieces of these enormous challenges. You've made lifelong friends, you've built networks, you volunteered, you mentored, and you discovered your passion. You have succeeded in a very difficult time. Did 2020 change everything? I think it made you more resilient, more determined, more collaborative. You're not burdened by traditional assumptions of what is possible or realistic. You're clear-eyed about the urgency of our tasks, and you're ready to lead. My 5 years as president have been different from what I imagined it would be. Perhaps your time at McMaster has been as well. But we have all come through. We've learned how strong we can be together. We've learned how strong we can be, especially when we work together. And we're leaving with incredible memories of our time here. Graduates, congratulations on your achievements. Do good things.
Thank you, President Farrar. I'd now like to invite Chancellor Smith to deliver her closing remarks.
Yoyanale, congratulations to the class of 2025. Yoyanale in Ganyak Geha translates to mean well done or good work. And I would like us all to shout it out to each other. And I'm going to teach you the word. So the first sound is yo. Second, yan. Early. Together would be yo yanerle. Good. So on the count of 3, as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Yo yanerle. Together. No. Let's try that one more time. I think we can do better. 1, 2, 3. Yo yanale. Good job. Well done. As a McMaster alumna, I look forward to where you all go from here. You are all now graduates and members of the McMaster alumni family. Alexandra and Dr. Ahmad, congratulations on your accomplishments and for sharing your words and work and journey to inspire us. President Farrar, Yo Yanale. Thank you for all. Yes, Yo Yanale. 1, 2, 3 for David Farrar. 1, 2, 3. Yo Yanale. Yes. It's been a pleasure to share this time as Chancellor during your presidency. Best wishes to you. And graduates, take all the wise words you heard today with you as you go. My very best wishes to all of you as you take the next steps on your journey. Nyawe, thank you. Yo Yanale.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. A few announcements. We invite the graduates and guests to visit Wentworth Room C immediately following this convocation, as they will be gathering to welcome you as newly minted McMaster alumni. There'll be light refreshments for you and your loved ones. And the event will offer a relaxed atmosphere for you to mingle, share memories, and bask in the joy of your accomplishments while enjoying some coffee and sweet treats. Families and friends, you'll be able to meet your graduate at the alumni welcome event after they have picked up their degree. We ask that only graduates enter the degree distribution area. Following the singing of our national anthem, the academic procession and the graduate procession will exit the hall, accompanied by music performed by local Indigenous artists. I would ask that you please remain standing at your seats until the academic procession and the graduates have left the hall. Please join now in singing our national anthem. After the singing of the anthem, this convocation is adjourned.